Good evening, everybody. It's like 6 p.m. in here, and I'm recording this video. So, Asas National Schools are going to be presenting online lecture 12. So, I'm hoping you all are waiting for this lecture as well. So, subject is geography, grade is 6. So today we are going to talk about recap of solar and lunar eclipse. First of all, like whatever we have studied lately, we will definitely throw some light on those things all. Then today the thing to talk on or to learn is continents. We are going to talk about continents in a while, but before the start of anything, let me show you something. Just look at these pictures. I am speechless. What should I say now? How can people do these kind of illiterate things? How can they get out of their homes without taking any precautionary or safety measures? Girls and guys, if government has announced any kind of leniency in lockdown, how can somebody take this kind of advantage of that thing? I know Eid is around the corner and people want to celebrate it by wearing new clothes or by doing some shopping for that. But how can you celebrate even Eid day when you are gonna fall ill on that day by, just going outside, by becoming the part of this kind of crowd when there could be virus anywhere? This is really heartbreaking to see this kind of illiteracy. Your health is first. Your health should be priority. Jaan hai to jahan hai. We need to keep our health in check and we have to stay safe and sound before anything else. So listen guys, please be safe and stay home. So in previous lecture we have talked about eclipses like solar eclipse and lunar eclipse in detail, like page number 12 and page number 13. We have done the whole content successfully. So here is the little review of like you can say difference between solar eclipse or lunar eclipse. Like we studied, a solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between earth and the sun, blocking all or a portion of the sun, and it can be total, partial or annual. So on the other hand, we have learned about lunar eclipse, that it occurs when earth passes between moon and sun and earth's shadow obscures the moon or a portion of it, and solar eclipse occurs during the daytime and lunar eclipse occurs at nighttime. And a solar eclipse has always had a more profound effect on humans than lunar eclipse. So here is page number 14. Like today we are gonna talk about continents, so I want you all to have a pen and page with you all so that you can note down all the important points. So here is the talk of the day: water continents. They are large, continuous and discrete masses of land separated by expanses of water. In other words, you can say a continent is a continuous area of land or mainland contrasted with islands. Or here you are reading the terms plate tectonics, and it's a process of studying the movement, collision and deviation of continents, and earlier they used to be known as continental drift as well. So here are the few things related to the continents, like right on continental crust and mantle. So let us talk about them all. So continental crust are the part of Earth's crust or the uppermost layer of the planet, composed of igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks that have lower densities than the rocks that of the adjacent seafloor, crust and underlying mantle. So a mantle is the uppermost solid part of the Earth's mantle. In fact, the term continental crust is specifically to describe these land masses. Since continental crust is less dense, it remains at higher elevation and is not recycled back into the mantle. At plate subduction zones like the seafloor crust. So it's thick, old, and has a stable interior called the craton. So each of the modern continents contains a core of the ancient igneous and metamorphic rocks. That part of the continent is called craton, and they are the oldest rocks we find. For example, in North America, the craton, or the craton in Canada, contains the rocks that are around 4 billion years old. This old. Incredible. So the area where the craton is eroded and exposed at the surface is called the continental shield, and the places where the craton is buried beneath younger sedimentary rocks is known as the continental platform. Girls and guys, please note down the points. You can pause the video if you want to just slow it down. So around the edges of the craton are the areas where the continent has been subjected to the plate clayons and mountain building. They are known as the mobile belts in reference to the plate clayon. So the world contains 7 continents. 7 continents. There are 7 continents in the world: North America, South America, Africa, Antarctica, Australia, Asia, and Europe. So let me tell you, Asia is the largest continent of the world, and Australia is the smallest continent of the world. So here is a trick to remember all of the continents. So here is a statement. If you read it with me: snakes never eat angry ants and apples. Snakes never eat angry ants and apples. So there is another picture, like continents of the world. If you start reading the continents like from below, for example, South America, then North America, Europe, Australia, Asia, Antarctica, and Africa, like in descending order. For example, snakes, the S alphabet of snakes denotes South America, then N alphabet of never denotes North America, the E alphabet of E denotes Europe, then the A alphabet of angry denotes Australia, and the very first alphabet of ants denotes Asia, and Antarctica is denoted by the very first letter of N, that is A, and then the A alphabet of apples denote Africa. So here's a small trick, like in order to remember the continent. Here comes the Asia, which is the world's largest and most diverse continent. Asia has both the highest and the lowest points on the surface of the earth, and has the largest coastline of any continent. It is subjected overall to the world's widest climatic extremes, and consequently produces the most varied forms of vegetation and animal life on Earth. People of Asia have established the broadest variety of human adaptation found on any of the continents. Asia is bounded by Arctic Ocean to north, Pacific Ocean to east, Indian Ocean to south, and Europe to west. Asia has the tallest peak in the world, that is the Mount Everest. So as I told you before, Asia has the lowest and the highest points of the earth, the highest being Mount Everest, and the lowest is the shore of the Dead Sea. So according to the UN, there are 48 countries in Asia, most of which are the center of tourist attraction. And let me tell you, the world's biggest country, that is Russia, is the largest country in Asia, and Asia's second largest country is China, and Asia's third largest country is India. And there are the smallest countries in Asia, which are Palestine, Brunei, Bahrain, Singapore, and Maldives. And here is the list of 48 countries in Asia. So I am recommending you all to just pause and play the video in order to read all the countries in three of different slides. So here are some other names, and here are the remaining names. Let me show you some of the most developed countries of Asia. So let's talk about Africa, which is the world's second largest and the second most populous continent after Asia. It covers 6% of Earth's total surface area and 20% of its land area, and it accounts for about 16% of the world's human population. The equator intersects it, and the expansive land covers the Sahara, and which is the world's largest desert present in the Africa. And the longest river on the earth, that is River Nile, is also present in Africa. So Africa has approximately 30% of the Earth's remaining mineral resources as well. And Nigeria, which is the city in the Africa, is the first largest oil exporter in the world. So it has a great history, or like great importance, as well as the export of oil is concerned. And it is bounded by Atlantic Ocean on west, Mediterranean Sea on north, Red Sea on east, and Indian Sea on south. So most of the area, most of the Africa is like a desert region, and as I told you before, there are like the world largest desert, that is the Sahara Desert, is in Africa, and there are other deserts as well. So Africa is basically divided into three regions, which are the Northern Plateau, the Central and the Southern Plateau, and the Eastern Highlands. And this includes plains, swampy coastal regions, lush tropical forests with savannas, and hilly plateaus inland. It is the home for many exotic large mammals, which include like zebras, giraffes, gazelles, elephants, hippopotamuses, and rhinoceroses, antelopes, and carnivores such as lions, leopard, hyenas, and panthers. So here is the list of all the countries in Africa. There are like more than 50 countries. So I recommend you guys to just pause the video and just zoom it out in order to read all the countries. So now here is the time for watching the video.